We started early. That was, if you didn't know, that was us on the Hey Chance.
Hey.
So we had double duty tonight, highlights and background vocals for the band. Glen Lake Marching Band joining us in studio. But Spencer, we're at week 8 for high school football, and there's no better way to start week 8 off than with 8-man football. 2 of the best scoring off in Antrim County tonight.
Yeah, the statistics for Bel Air and Cedarville so far this season are off the charts. Don't let the Trojans' one loss fool you. That was to a Rapid River team off to a 7-0 start, state finals runner-up last season. So one loss, it was a good team they lost to.
Yeah, and don't let these highlights fool you. Cedarville is that good. Bel Air's matchup will be next week with Rapid River, but they got to get through the Trojans first, and here they are on offense, an onslaught early on. Mike Bailey goes 30-plus yards down near the goal line. That's where Blake Melvin finishes it off. Tip of the cap to the big fella, because he gets the Trojans out to a 7-0 lead. Eagles, though, check this play out. Lucky bounce after the Rick Foster pass, bounces off some pads.
Whoa.
Number 17, Hayden Nepot dives. It's a game of inches, and that one allows you to get a first down and maybe a prep play of the week. I don't know, there's a bunch of good ones to choose from. They would fail to score, though. Ensuing punt, Brad Causley is the recipient. He's down at the 7-yard marker in his own end zone, and he's going to get all the way to that other end zone. Avert your eyes, Eagle fans, because it's a 13-0 lead for Cedarville. Eagles later on the attack looking for more near their end zone, but they cough it up on an interception. And that's going to cost them 6. And in the end, Cedarville came down south of the bridge for a big win. 57-14. They take down the Bel Air Eagles tonight.
Well, the best matchup in our, as we call it, traditional 11-man football tonight. The battle for the Jack Pine Conference, both Harrison and Clare, 5-0 in league play. Harrison defense starts off strong. Gavin Rhodes going to break up that pass. Not having any of that, but it stalls Clare for a minute, but a few plays later, they would not be denied. A sophomore QB by the name of Travis Vita throws a bomb to Charlie Bugby, put the Pioneers on the board first. But the Hornet offense, they would wake up a little bit. They get something going. Thomas Denali is going to fake the handoff. We call this play action. He's going to take it to his right, and he will not be denied down that all-white sidelines, looking good in those white socks.
And the yellow pants.
And he's going to keep going across the field. This is about a 60-yard play he ran 120 yards on. But eventually he gets 6.
That's like a lightning bolt on the field.
Exactly. The ensuing kickoff, trickeration. Onside kick, and it pays off. This game was back and forth all night. Harrison recovers that one, but Clare gets the last laugh. They get the tough win, 30-29, the final tonight.
Ooh, great matchup there.
Well, the Gaylord Blue Devils and their fans hoping to secure their first playoff berth since 2007 with a win tonight. Tough draw, though, under the bright lights at Thurlby Field against a dangerous TC West roster. Titans start, run by number 35. He's going to rumble and bumble, 2 hands over that ball security. He's not going to fumble that one like Gaylord does here. They're going to fumble it because it may have been a little wet, a little slippery, tough conditions tonight.
It was tough everywhere.
Jack McCullough recovers it for the Titans, and that's going to set up a great fake. First and goal, don't watch, because that was a fake. Faked out everybody. Faked out our cameraman, and Jeff Turnquist going to boots it out for a touchdown, 22-7 at that point, and that would be the final. Gaylord, they're going to have to wait one more week, but West could be inching closer to a 5-win playoff berth. You never know.
They really could. The Titans' schedule's been that dangerous. I think Turnquist just wanted to say hi to Mark Chalette.
Yeah, there we go.
That game. All right, back to M88 we go. The battle for the big M88 trophy. Central Lake hosting Mancelona, both at 4-3, need to win to stay in the playoffs. Second quarter, Ironman already up 6-0, make that 12-0 after Chase Wilcox streaks towards that side pylon. Going for 2, it's another fake. We fall for them all the time here at Hometown Highlights. Cole Van Wagner holds on to it, takes it to the other pylon. 14-0 Mancelona. Coach Durr giving him a round of applause there on the sideline. Trojans not going away quiet, though. QB Isaac Mortensen to the air. Finds Ben Hicks, a great 1-2 punch in the ski valley of these two, because they're going to do it again right here. And when Hicks gets in front of that defense, or behind him, however you want to look at it, it's pay dirt, 6. It's a good score. 14-6 at that point. Trojans later tied at 22, but Mancelona, they get a late score. They're going to keep the M22 trophy with a 30-22 win. All right, great crop of football to start our coverage this evening. Still to come, we dive into the meat and potatoes. It's not even Thanksgiving, but we got meat and potatoes in highlight form, a quadruple header for the Northern Michigan Football League, including the band's Lakers on the field, and could Boyne City move to 8-0? Or could Elk Rapids pull the upset? We'll find out coming up. All right, big props to the Glen Lake Laker marching band, because normally when we have bands in, they're dry and ready to go after a good night of football, but we all know tonight was probably the worst. Yeah. There's been a lot of rain this season, but tonight might have been the worst.
A little soggy. A little soggy on the instruments, but
Yeah, it's
tuned up nice.
Oh, they're great spirits. It's like they went through a car wash, but they're happy to be here. Well, what can't you say about the Boyne City Ramblers? Off to a 7-0 start. Only 2 of the 7 teams they've played have scored a combined 34 points on them, and that's it.
In 2 games stand in the way of their perfect season and the inaugural Northern Michigan Football League crown. Elk Rapids, though, coming into town tonight at 4-3. Kind of a tough team to gauge, but we do know one thing. In their 4 wins, here's a stat for you. The Elks have averaged 54.5 points per game.
Yeah, it's way bigger than 40.
And they would score some more tonight. They have not beat the Ramblers since 2011, so let's see what's going to happen. And they get off to a tremendous start. Adam Troutman's been doing this all season. End zone, Cole Douglas, back of the end zone, slips past the defense there. I don't know how. 7-0 Elks at that point, but Boyne, they come right back. Max Cooper, yeah, he's a pretty good quarterback as well. Going to find a wide open Tanner Cruzel. He slipped through the cracks. Long TD at that point.
Cruzel through the cracks.
There you go. 7-7 at that point. And it's big play after big play. How about a Troutman to Troutman? Adam to Alec. And here's Harrison's favorite part of football, some yards after the catch.
Yeah, you know me so well.
Takes a short pass, turns it into a big play, gets tripped up down there. Doesn't get the 6. But don't worry, Adam, they got to be related, right? Adam and Alec.
In some way.
Adam punches it in, 1 yard out, QB sneak, 14-7 Elks at that point. Boyne now, a long drive, going to be capped off by another guy that's been doing this all year long, Malik Smith. Going to pretty much fight off a tackler there, gets rolled into the end zone. Missed PAT, 13-14. Elks still hanging in there with the undefeated Ramblers. But Troutman, tip, ball picked off. Mac Alexander going to take this one almost to the house. That INT. Going to set up the clincher on the Sale Roman score. In Boyne City, they will hang on 28-23 in the rain against a very talented Elk Rapids team, to say the least.
Yeah, we had that one circle for a long time, and the Elks put up a good fight. Great game there. Let's keep going with the NMFL.
Yeah, 4-3 Charlevoix, still holding out hopes for a playoffs. Tough test for them tonight on the road at 5-1 Frankfort. Defensive ball game early. Panthers, Sam Stockdale. Come off his block, sheds his block, makes a nice play there, nice tackle. But how about this for some defense? Panthers with it, bobbled snap, and Nate Moon going to read the quarterback's eyes. And that's an easy pick 6. He's a quarterback, so he knows what the quarterback's doing there. Raiders up 13-0. Panthers get it back. How about they go through the air this time? This time, not an interception. Nate Freswick to David Loney. They've been doing that for a while. Fingertip grab. That drive would stall in the second half. I know I said it was a defensive game early. How about some offense? Ben Boss going to provide it. 48 yards. Streaking down that sideline in the mud at the Frankfort field, and Charlevoix wins 27-6. They're going to travel to Harbor Springs next week for a shot at a playoff berth for their 6th win.
Yeah, we got Harbor Springs coming up, but first, Kingsley wants to make it 4 straight postseason trips. With 4 wins, they'd need to win the final 2 Fridays to guarantee a return on the road at Glen Lake tonight. Joe Jacqueline, 15 yards for the Lakers, takes a wall of Stags to bring them down, and that's something I don't want to run into, football or in nature, a wall of Stags. Turning to the Stags on offense, Nick Endress, nice run. He's going to go 45, is number 36, or is he? Did you see the scuffle right there near the end of the line? That's going to be a clipping penalty, so the drive would stop right there, basically about 10 yards out or so. Endress gets the chance to finish his dirty work, because he probably got a little dirty on the play. 16 yards out. 6-0 Kingsley. They go on to win 26-7. Standing between Kingsley and a guaranteed playoff spot next week, Traverse City St. Francis. Harbor Springs and East Jordan still winless in NMFL play. One of them has the chance to pick up that elusive W tonight, though. Red Devils QB Jake Peterson tries to make something happen late, ends up throwing a pick into that Rams secondary, and they're going to return it a few extra yards. And you can really see the dirt on the uniform.
Ooh, yeah.
When they're wearing the white uniforms. The black ones are disguised a little. And speaking of disguise, looks like Peterson fumbles, goes one way, goes the other. It looked like he might have been clueless on what to do, but he still, I think, gained some positive yards out of that play.
Making something out of nothing.
Took a pretty impressive hit to his number, really low on the jersey. I hope that hit wasn't too bad at the end. Rams seal it up, though, with this run on the sideline. Jason Wixom. Harbor Springs hangs on. Defensive affairs. Spencer talked about it earlier. It was true in this game, 8-6. Rams, fair victors. But we're not done yet. We've still got a classic rivalry to break down for you as we switch gears to the other brand of football. North Bay and Leland
football.
In a district soccer final as well. That's right, football. I have more on the way.
Well, we promised a doubleheader from the Jack Pine Conference tonight. Clare and Harrison, they settled the score of who the best in the league is. But Roscommon and Houghton Lake have bragging rights, definitely bragging rights to play for it tonight.
That's right. From what we can find, 65-0 meetings between the Bobcats and Bucks. Series is 33-31-1 in favor of Houghton Lake. Without a score on the board, the Bobcats try to make a comeback here. QB Tommy impressed, really pressed, but he impresses me when I catch him on the highlights. Pitches it to his running back, Mass Gavin. Mass opening there on the left sideline, breaks a tackle, puts the Bobcats inside the 5-yard line, fail to score. Roscommon makes a stand. They get the ball back. Bucks QB Donald Jenigan hands it out to TJ Maringer, gives a stiff arm jag and breaks a few tackles, finally taken down. Later on, Jernigan takes it in himself to put the Bucks up 22-0. Bobcats on their last leg now, not giving up. Press fakes the handoff, leaps over a Bucks defender, breaks a tackle, runs it into the territory. But Roscommon wins the rivalry game 22-8 this evening. Suttons Bay and Northport combined soccer teams this year to form North Bay in a Division IV district soccer final today against Leland. 19 minutes in, Noah Federoff gets a goal for the Comets. Less than a minute later, this was that fast. North Bay responds. Beautiful footwork from Brett Dyer to get around the defense, and we're tied at 1, just like that. A few minutes after that, that Fedorov guy is like Sergei Fedorov, but better. He even gets tripped up and makes the goal anyways. 2-1, Leland goes up in that way. Back and forth they go, but Leland ends up winning the district crown in the end. 4-3, the final between them and North Bay. All right, that's going to do it for our prep sports coverage. Stick around. One more performance for the band coming up.